Alright, hey guys, it's Demon coming back for another round of Final Fantasy XIV. So, we are back into it yet again. We're going to be meeting Stola and I think Thancred up near Horizon to, if I remember correctly, figure out who's been stealing crystals from one of the local companies. So let us head there and find out soon. Alright, so there's your Stola. And your assistance is most welcome. I've already spoken at length with the brass blades of the rose, albeit to little avail. It seems the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go further detail, but your time might not better be spent in conversation with Lupa. He's the officer charged with leading the investigation. I would be only repeating that which he related to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. Look at the Wolf Knight. Great Wolf Knight. It's like looking at Khajiit in Skyrim. Oh, hello there, Adine. Was it? Stola said to expect you. Terrible business, he says, but we have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Allegan highway, whatever you want to call it. The car bolted off toward eastern Thanalan, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. Speeding carriage, that would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning. Yet the Almajar do have foothold in eastern Thanalan. What other cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report any moment now, but I fail to see what else it could. Did you miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear I've come bearing disappointing news. Or, on second thought, perhaps it's good news after all. Thancred, wherever have you been off to? I figured you had everything under control here, so I took a brief excursion to the east to check up on our Almajar friends. And would you believe it? I happened to run upon a runaway carriage on the way, and even was able to do my small part to help my friends in the brass blades intercept it. In all my years, I have never seen such a prodigious quantity of summness. The blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they'd ever seen. The stolen crystals on the hand were nowhere to be found. That's so. Alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our options as well. Come with me. Come with us, Heidi. Oh. And so we find ourselves back where we began. What have I overlooked? Against all expectation, it would seem the Almajar are innocent of this particular spat of crimes. By all indications, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I cannot find is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motive were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think of what it might be, I shall inform Eorzeans of our progress or lack thereof.
Now then. Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's toll. Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Ooh. Look, new friends. In a weird outfit.
Far across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well then, for the want of a better suggestion, I say we try picking Fufulupa's the Oompa Loompa's brain again. Damn. Who knows, if we work together, we may find something of use nestled away within it. Yeah, Oompa Loompa, I'm a dick. I mean, if you did paint him more and give him green hair. Oh, but it's good news. It's good to see you return. I've given some thought to the matter, and I've just hit upon the most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Myself, Upalupa, what is the disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long, and then it came to me. What if there is someone among our own ranks conspiring with them, a traitor in our own midst? It'd be most unfortunate if your fears proved well-founded, Upalupa. Indeed, if for reasons of security the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystal sword and horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were formed. Ah, but such a shipment would surely be well guarded. With thieves as wily as ours as risk open confrontation? They have not, but neither would the concern be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let us say, a lone Makota miner traveling without escort so as not to attract undue attention. But who? Ah, I see. Yes, the concern may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need the rest upon the way, mayhap north of the bridge to Himalaya. Fine spot for a rest. Would you not agree, Irene? Alas, the role of the Makota miner is taken, so you will lie in wait to the north, and I will do the same to the south. And forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Alright, call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer some encouragement. Oh, really? That's not that far. I'll just fly. I was slightly concerned they were going to make me do it. A long-ass wait time, Jesus. Easy win, easy dub. Oh, there's more of them? Oh, you have a bow. How welcome. Me too, me too. Gorgeous, oh yes. Shola in this outfit disturbs me greatly. 7 to the last as expected. You are unharmed? King of sea wolf thieves, and at Thanalin no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Sea wolves, all of them? Aye, with all the same taste and facial tattoos. Blue in case you were wondering. These are a long way from home. Tancred, if you would be so good as to attend the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. To Horizon, then, Fufulupa will want to hear about our meeting with the thieves. It's still weird seeing your Stola in that miner outfit. It just doesn't suit her. Although I think there's only like 3 outfits she's ever been in this game. This one, there's a second one, well, there's like 3, I think. Fufulupa, cousin. On behalf of the Brass Blades of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. Ah, but we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. If that's so, then by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. No, I am afraid that will not be possible, really. He, managed to subdue the Unoblade's dispatch and Tainted make good his escape. Oh, for the love of... And how did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling that sumnus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong. A sea wolf, Leminson born and raised, I believe. Don't worry, we will find him. You have my word on that. I say, pray keep me apprised of any developments. Yeah, she's standing next to me. Understood. Where am I going? I fear our time together is an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow where duty leads. Might try to look a little bit disappointed, or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? Yep. Fantasy bid me tell you to make for Vespa Bay, where young Alphino awaits for your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident. I am privy to the details. What you do is that Alphino has planned for you. I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous boss, Braid, and when I do, you may rest assured that we have our answers. Yeah, nothing to trust. Nectar's probably gonna kick someone's ass. The funny thing is, we leave Vesper Bay, we leave the Waking Sands in the hope of heading to Revenant's Toll in Mordona to just keep heading back to Vesper Bay and continuing stuff at the Waking Sands. Oddly enough. Oof. Fun stuff. If I do say so myself. Alright. Nope, somebody just left. Look, a boat. You are late. No matter. I know where our visitors are headed. From what I've been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You are familiar with Doma, yes? Othard? Well, like the rest of the nations of Eastern Continent, is ruled by a Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale, and more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could be useful. You'd be fools not to pursue this opportunity, you think? Come with me to Old Hiding, unless I am mistaken, and I am rarely mistaken. About that, we will find the Domans bickering with the cults sworn on the Royal Promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be pursued by some. And if not, who better than you have on hand in an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do enjoy your sparkling repertoire. Satisfied? Good, I shall see you in order. I have a sparkling repertoire? Cool. It's usually involving my boot and someone else's ass. I think I've lost like 4,000 or 5,000 gil in the amount of hours I've just played on this game. Just from fast travel. Just from fast travel. That's not even including the fact I still haven't repaired my equipment. Equipment wise though, like most of the health is pretty good. Does it tell me the percentage? 92% condition. 92%. Swan's at 93, so most of my stuff's like pretty much good. Oh yeah, and I forgot about all this stuff for the Golden Saucer. I haven't actually been there yet. I wonder when I'll show that. I don't know. I don't know if I'll show Golden Saucer or not. It's not a bad place. I kind of like being there. Because you can unlock stuff, you can play some like little mini game stuff, or betting on stuff. I mean, they do try their damnedest to like keep it, within reason for like having people be there and stuff. It's not like they're gaining exuberant funds from forcing people to go there and spend large sums of money to get access to stuff. I mean, I'll give Square Enix that. They didn't make it overly, crazy having, in theory, a gambling area. Which I'll give them credit for. It's not that bad. Could be worse. I mean, people can gamble their current in-game currency. And I forget, there is a way to buy the scripts, but they limit you on how much gil you can actually pay onto it. Because I think they were having issues where people were pretending to sell gil to people for actual real in-game for your actual real money. So you're getting in-game currency, you're not supposed to be doing that in this game. And I think it's because Square Enix doesn't want people being able to purchase it. Which I don't blame them for. I mean, that means everything kind of stays in-house. I think that's fair. Hey, look, refugees. Matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. I understand, good sir. We have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. I'll ask you, summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Away with you, and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know what? You know not what you do. Gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears? Oh, man with a cold heart, I know his kind well. Hope that you will find me more to your liking. Alphino Levoyer at your service, a friend. Which I believe makes me very nearly unique in this part of the world, at least. Few indeed are your allies in Ul'dah, yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourselves to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate, the Quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. Why is there a green bunny here? Look at the green bunny. I'm surprised there's so many people that are actually wanting to play as that character. I looked at it because like you can go and like kind of look at like what all the characters look like by just literally just going out of your way in this game and just trying to make a new character, which it won't finish making the character, but you can get an idea of what the new ones look like. Which I did, and I'm not too interested. That's why I said I didn't really want to make a new character, and the character I have I like, so she's perfectly fine.
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Ooh.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
Ooh.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors.
Damn.
Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
It is Alphino.
Well, far be it from me to boast. but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Uldar unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
Why me? I'm not able to do anything. I can't even talk. I just nod my head or just give you frowny faces. May, madam, as I said earlier, we have sea from several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. I have not the heart to repeat the tale of our tribulations, nor to please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice it to say, however, sacrifices have been made. It would change me to beg for more when you have already offered so much. Desperation compels me. Good madam, if you or your associates could spare any provision, anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. Let me talk to Mamadi. Hells, why didn't you say so sooner, Adi? Of course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow. See, but just sent word they can't come. I've got a boatload of foodstuffs no one's feed. Best of all, they paid for a lot in advance. Go and call on through Dora and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I send to ship the little prince's order to Waken Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them those letters. That should set them straight. Basically, what I hear is if they give you lip, tell them I'll kick their ass. I love those types of exchanges. They're the best kind. Get out of here. You know nothing. Here's a letter from your boss. Oh, god damn it. She's in the business of feeding refugees now. I ain't normally one to question Mrs. Tony's judgment. It doesn't seem wise to me. Here's a letter. She'll kill you. Speak not for the children, but if you ask me, any man that can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. Well, wham. Well, that's an odd request. Maybe you misheard her instructions. No, I have not. Oh, you know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it. You mark my words. Yeah, you can try to tell the people of Uldar are probably a less, what's the word I'm looking for? Less giving. But seeing as they already deal with the Alamegans, kind of makes sense why they're not. They kind of already been doing a lot of charity work, trying to help another group out, and they are getting buckled under the stress. I think they've only recently just, like, as you're playing this, they've just recently, like, started handling a lot of the problems. How's that chair treating you? They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now, go tell Lady Yugiri it's all in hand. Yeah, we got food. I dare not hope for such magnanimity, much less expect it. Mistress Modi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Alright, you guys got food. Head back to Waking Sands. Lady Yugiri, I briefed the Flame General on the situation. I think you'd be pleased with his reply. You have granted an audience. Before the Sultan and Syndicate both, we should return to the Royal Promenade at once. You have done much for us, Master Elf, and I swear we shall return the favor. Not as though, Lady Yugiri, for naught has been given. The small favor you fairly won with your words, and it is with words you must win the favor of the Syndicate. And I shall choose them with care. Be careful, because it is the Syndicate. Accompanying us, yes, good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so palpable will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us on the Royal Promenade. Okay. Please say fast travel. Please say just fast travel. Please say just fast travel. Don't make me run. Don't make me run. I want to run. The lazy... Ah, god damn it. The lazy person in me says, no, 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 senor. I mean, not want to do that. And then the YouTuber in me is like, oh, thank Christ, I get more content by wasting time running. That's the dark side. You pray that that dark side doesn't come out, but it always will. It's like playing Hoi 4 and you play as the Germans. You don't want it to come out, but God knows it will. I had to play that game one time as the Germans. I do pretty good Germany. I get a lot of divisions, although it takes me forever to beat the Russians. Oh no, it doesn't take me forever to beat the Russians. It takes the Russians a long time to kill themselves so that I can kill them. With like 120 divisions, those are good times, man. Those are my favorite times. Although I gotta kind of wait for coring states to finish updating too. They haven't done an update on theirs yet, and I kind of want that. I mean, I don't necessarily need it. I can do enough on extensive conscription and kill them with tanks. Pleasure out in, the others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting. Good, no wait. Get in, get out. Hurry. Ah, my finger. Cracking of the knuckles.
I, Yugiri of Domar, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Domar, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think? Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domans Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes. The law is the law, and so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Uldah's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, Little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
Damn. Everyone would like to discuss how to handle the Doman refugees. As a result, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Bah, I will not waste no more words on him, not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone follow me on the whole flames. Alright, big question. What is the fastest route to get the hell out of here? Not that way. It's this way. Could be wrong. Ugh. And if we remember, the Hall of Flame should be, what, near the Aetheryte Crystal? Yeah. It's off to the left. It's weird, man. I wonder if it's Shadowbringers that just cause like the low supply of people. Like only Laminza is the only one that's usually always stockpiled full of people. Portion of the refugee population have been a burden on the Sultanate, but I take issue with the counterparts' contention they account for the majority. In this, they are plainly speaking. Even so, we must not think ill of them for wishing to protect our great nation. Mayhap I should have considered the likelihood of faring more deeply beforehand. I would have assumed that. Garlean is no place for my people. For any people to call home, this cannot continue. We do not wish to live by the grace of others. We want to work. We want to contribute. Do not we can do to approval of old Domans? The syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving that the matter be reconsidered. The monitors have made their position clear. Agreed, Ul'dah is not an option. Nor are Laminza, or Gridani, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs, which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship. Gods, the thought of them huddled in the airless hold with no hope of better treatment. Would that I had more time to find an alternate place not bound by the concerns of the great nations. Nephilia, this is precisely what I wish to discuss. Saying the decision I do, we all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it is under siege. I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultans to accept us for a limited time, a week maybe, or just a few days? Excellent, I shall keep you informed. Lady Yugiri, I have a proposal if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphino. The headquarters of my order, the Sounds of Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Renovit's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lacks the comfort of more well-established settlements. Our leaders of Renovit's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have been in need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands, hard labor lest you doubt, not save food and shelter by the way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you propose, Lady Yugiri. Now I will not hear a word said against our beloved Ul'dah, and I was told would offer to certain advantages, the absolute unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. They can accommodate us, we shall gladly accept. As now, once again, I find myself in your debt. Probably just didn't go this route originally. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life of your people go to this one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. For that, there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Renovit's Toll, which will be no small feat, considering the distance and the present condition. If the Old Dolan Adventurers Guild could be of assistance, look for me there and on ID. No problem, I'll see you there. Lady Yugiri, if you and your people would accompany, we may discuss what aid the Immortal Flames can provide. Run away! Alright, although we have actually gone a little bit over on time. I think about 5 minutes over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run in here, go to the inn, and pause it. Come back, and you guys are going to get the next episode. And we're going to talk to Alphina and see what we can do to get everybody at Renovit's Toll. Again, we've reached the precipice. I need the pause. Because I think I started it at originally around 52-ish. I could be wrong. Alright. So with that, guys, we are finally getting an understanding of the Domans and their need for some help, trying to escape Imperial lands while being assaulted, killed, and probably a good chunk of their land has been destroyed. Except Alpha found a way to get them a little bit of help since the Syndicate and Ul'dah can no longer house any new refugees. So we'll talk to Alpha next, see what we can do to get the provisions laid out, and please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. When we come back, ladies and gents, we will see if we can get the Alpha and see what kind of resources we can get to get these guys to Renovant Stoll. So I will be seeing you guys next time. Thanks.